Hello, welcome to this video. I'm going to talk about two things that I think you should know when you're starting to learn Google Sheets. And this is the answer to basically a question that I just got, which was like, what are the two main things you would teach someone who's just learning to Google Sheets? Now, I've been using Google Sheets for well over 10 years and teach Google Sheets at bettersheets.co, but there's two things that I think are incredibly unintuitive that you cannot learn sort of yourself, or if you do learn them yourself, you are incredibly special. And so I wanted to share these two things that are very unintuitive. But before that, I want to share with you what sort of might be the common answer. So someone might say, oh, you should learn some formulas, or you should learn AppScript in general, like how to code in Google Sheets. But like beginners and people who are learning might also be taught to learn all of the menu functions or the interface, learn how to do things that you can discover on your own. Couple very intuitive things that are relatively simple in spreadsheets, and you will learn within moments or days of ever opening a Google Sheet for the first time is you can type in a Google Sheet cell and you can type hello, and then you can type in some text. This is pretty normal, and I don't think beginners necessarily need to learn this, especially if you've used other spreadsheet software or used any software online and you discovered somehow sheet.new is actually a really cool thing that you might not know. But just do sheet.new and it'll start up a Google Sheet in your Google Drive, whatever account you have logged in at the moment. That's pretty cool and unintuitive. You might not know that. I thought that would be a little bonus here for you. But there are really two main things that I think are incredibly unintuitive. You cannot learn them by just seeing the menu items. And I think other people might answer like, hey, you should probably learn the interface. But you're probably going to figure that out pretty soon. And you're probably going to figure out formulas that you can just hit the equal sign here and start typing some formula. You can do sum. You can do, there's so many, like replace, substitute, so many substitute. Average, you'll probably run into min if you have some list of items like this and you're like, which is the minimum item? Min. This is relatively simple and intuitive to find out, and you'll see this all over the place. What you might not see is that you can combine formulas. So if you go to bettersheets.co and you just do /formulas, you will get a list of every single formula that exists, over 500 formulas that exist, and you can find out about each and every formula. But even included in this text, even where I have a database of each and every formula, you might not know that you can combine formulas. You have to see someone do this, and it looks like magic. And I think this is the first thing that I would teach someone who is just beginning Google Sheets. And this is something that's very unintuitive, let me say. So you can use something like the if formula. And you can say if D4 here, you're just going to click in D4 and see, okay, now D4 is there. And that's going to be a true or false statement. And you can say if D4 is over 0, and you're going to add a comma, and then whatever the value is true. This is all, like, what I'm showing you right now, probably already. Or is really simple to show you and see. And now if that value is true, I want to say yes, in quotes. And if the value is false, I want to say nope. And there you go. You have now used the very first formula you've ever used if you've ever never used Google Sheets before. Great. But what's the non-intuitive thing? What is the thing that I would actually teach you that is non-intuitive, and it's combining formulas? Okay, so if I say, here, let me show you, is blank, this is just taking some value of a D4, and it's going to return false because this is not blank. If I have a 3 here, this is now true. It's just going to be true or false. I can combine this. Instead of saying D4 is over 0, I can put is blank inside here, D4, and now is blank is going to return true or false into the if formula that it needs a logical expression, that the logical expression must either be true or false. It's going to either be true or false. And so now I have a true or false thing, which is the is blank formula. So now this formula is blank is inside of the if formula. And I can say, yes, this is this blank? If it's true, it's going to say yes. If it's false, it's going to say nope. But actually, I want to do the opposite. I want to say, if it's true, meaning it is blank, I want to write blank. And if it's not blank, which means is blank will be false, I want to say something there. And so now it's blank, and now I have a number and something there. So instead of having to do multiple formulas in multiple cells, I can combine formulas. So if you're looking for more resources on this kind of thing, go to bettersheets.co/formulas. But even better, you can find every single formula here listed. You'll have videos. Here's the sum if formula. You'll have some videos, some tutorials. You'll have descriptions of how to use it, what not to do, what misconceptions happen. But in addition to this, go to topics, and there is a topic here called formula combinations. Where is it? There it is, formula combinations. Go here, and now these videos, all of these 22 videos, include and feature not just a single formula, but formulas that are combined. Index match are two different formulas. When combined, create absolute magic. You saw one, if is blank. Now you have a video here called and or if. So I combine this and or inside here. You can make quick pipelines for sales. You can turn titles into lowercase hyphenated slugs by combining some formulas. You do calculations. Combining formulas, I think, is one of the most unintuitive things you would ever know. And now, let's go to something else, because that sort of is the one of two main things that I would teach you if you were just learning Google Sheets now that I think is not very intuitive. The second thing, it's a little more advanced, but I think is one of the absolute most amazing parts of Google Sheets and absolutely blows every other sort of spreadsheet app out of the water, which is go up to extensions and click on AppScript. When you do that, I'm not teaching you AppScript in this video. I will give you one thing to know, and it is unintuitive. Now, one thing is that you can copy and paste code that exists online, even from Google Docs help, which I'll show you one, and paste it right in here. That's the unintuitive thing. You don't necessarily need to know how to code. You just need to know how to copy and paste in order to use this code. That is the first step. And not many people know this. Many people will think of AppScript, think, oh my God, that's a programming language, and I don't really want to learn a new programming language right now to use this. But you don't need to know this. You don't need to know how to code in order to use the code. So that is the unintuitive thing. That is the second main thing that I would teach you. But let me show you something cool. There's an on-open menu, and if we just Google for on-open menu, the very first option here is custom menu in Google Workspace, and it is a help. You can read this at your own leisure, but it creates a custom menu that you can run scripts off of. And the cool thing is that right here in this gray box right here, Google even gives you a copy code sample button. You don't even have to use the mouse to select the whole thing. Literally, Google is giving you a copy code sample. I'm clicking the copy code sample button. I'm going back here and not even doing anything with this. I can even delete this if I wanted to, or keep it here as my function, and I'm just going to paste. I'll do that again. Just right click, paste. Okay, I do want to allow that. There we go. So now I have this on open. It is exactly the same code as Google is giving us. And you can read what this does here on your own leisure, but I will explain it a little bit. Basically, this function on open is a built-in function in AppScript that will just execute the moment you open this sheet. Not open the script, but open the sheet. And what it's going to create is it's a menu next to the help menu right here. It's going to be called custom menu, and it's going to have some options here that you can click on. When you click on them, it'll run this other function here, menu item 1, menu item 2, and in this particular case, you're going to get an alert, which is going to be a little modal and a little text that says you clicked the first item. Before we move on, I have to teach you this one last thing, is that you must save this project. Click on Save Project or Command S if you're on a Mac, or Control S, I think, on a Windows. Make sure you save this first. So we copied from the custom menu Google Docs help. We pasted it in here into our app script. And now what we're going to do, it's going to be a little bit surprising. We're going to go back to our sheet. We're going to refresh, or we can close it. When we close this, this app script tab will close. So you can actually close this now, but make sure you save it before you close it. It will not save automatically. That's one crazy thing about AppScript. But now I'm going to hit refresh. This sheet is going to reopen, basically open again. And in a few moments, we will see Now here, right above, right next to the help is custom menu. And now we have this custom menu that we've now copied and pasted right here. And if we click on first item, it'll run the script. You click the first menu item. Great, finish script. Now we want to do custom menu, submenu, second item. You click the second item. Great. Okay, you have now copied and pasted AppScript into your sheet, and we did it from Google. So now as you read through sort of things that you can add to your sheet, if somebody ever says something like, oh, you should just write a little AppScript to do that, just start typing in Google, search for the thing you want to do, an AppScript. There'll be two sort of options. One, you will find AppScript that exists on Google Help. So this is developers.google.com/AppScript, some guides, some menus, and then you'll find things off of Google's websites. You'll find them on Better Sheets, you'll find it on Spreadsheet Dev, you'll find it on Ben Collins, you'll find blogs and Digital Inspiration, Labnol. You'll find all types of script examples places in different places. And now you can copy and paste that script into any Google Sheet, because now we know extensions, AppScript is where you go and you execute app scripts. So you can do really cool things. You can integrate with Gmail, you can integrate with outside APIs. I myself have written the API access for OpenAI, so you can literally go to bettersheets.co, look for GPT or ChatGPT clone or OpenAI or AI, and I give to members the exact app script they can use, and all you have to do is copy and paste it into your app script, and you can start using it in moments. I have even some videos where I take old code, copy and paste it into my script and into my sheet, and start using OpenAI really quickly within moments. It's really exciting, and I think going over those two things will help you understand the power of Google Sheets way more. I think those are the two most unintuitive things that you should learn. One, which was combining formulas, that you can combine formulas. No one is going to tell you that. You'll just see it happen and you're like, wait, what is this magic? And then the second thing is knowing that you can copy and paste AppScript. You don't necessarily need to know AppScript. Now, if you want to learn AppScript, Better Sheets members, you're watching this on bettersheets.co, you can go and you can see I have Spreadsheet Automation 101. This is a full course, 3-hour course, that's all it is. It takes you all the way from knowing nothing about AppScript to knowing how to code in AppScript, how to send emails automatically, how to use API, how to capture APIs in AppScript and in Google Sheets. And that, I think, is like the best way to get started with AppScript. But even then, I don't think I have a module where I talk about just go and copy AppScript into your AppScript. This is just some little unintuitive thing you might have to see someone do and be like, can I do that? And then the answer is yes. Just go to AppScript and you can copy and paste AppScripts into your sheet. And so I hope, you're watching this, and I hope that you, as a beginner, could become immediately an intermediate user by, one, combining formulas and also using AppScript, using it without having to write AppScript. But check out Spreadsheet Automation 101. It's a course I offer on bettersheets.co and also on Udemy. If you're not a member and you don't want to purchase a membership, but you do want to learn AppScript, go check it out on Udemy, Spreadsheet Automation 101 by BetterSheets, and I think you'll be way better. I think just going through that will make you a much better reader of AppScript, and you might not even have to learn to code. You can just copy and paste cool scripts, especially from BetterSheets. So thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you become immediately an intermediate user of Google Sheets. You can see all the AI adventures here in Google Sheets and on YouTube right here. And watch the latest video from BetterSheets right here. If you haven't watched any other videos on BetterSheets, you are in for a treat. Enjoy.